Hello friends, this is Jerry Norton here. I want to personally welcome you to this very special training class. If you're here watching this, then you have a serious interest in learning how to make money in real estate, and by that I mean earn 6 and even 7-figure income. Now, as promised, on this training I'm going to show you how to do it in 12 months or less and do it without compromising lifestyle. What I mean by that is do it without overworking so that you still have time to do the things that really matter in life. So if that resonates with you, then you're in for a real treat on this training. Now, I'm also going to share with you an opportunity where you can work directly and personally with me over the next 12 months, and even how you and I can partner on deals together. Now, that won't be available for everyone and anyone, but for a few of you that are ready to put in the work and qualify, I'm going to show you how to do that too. So I hope you're excited about this training, but I have to tell you, I'm going to cover a lot of material over the next hour or so, and it's important that you give me your undivided attention. You've come this far and you're here, so make the most out of this time together. Now, I want to encourage you to eliminate any distractions and be sure to have something to take notes with so that you can really get the most out of this training. All right, sound good? Now, for those of you that may not know me, I'm a full-time real estate investor, and I specialize in helping everyday folks just like you to build, manage, and scale or grow successful real estate businesses and become successful real estate entrepreneurs. Now, I don't want to waste your time, so let's make sure that this training is right for you. You are in the right place if you're looking for a better way to make money. Maybe you're in a job you hate with a boss you can't stand, someone telling you where to be and what to do every day, commuting in traffic, and you're finally sick of it. Maybe you actually like your job or career, but it doesn't support your financial goals, and you want something that can earn more money. Maybe you've done real estate before, but you haven't been able to make it a consistent enough thing, and you want to finally take it to that next level. If that's you, then this training is for you. This training is for you if you're convinced that real estate investing is your ticket to financial freedom. Look, there are a lot of ways to make money out there, but none of them compare to the potential that real estate investing has. Did you know that 90% of millionaires did it through real estate? So if you believe that, you're definitely in the right place. And finally, this training is for you if you're ready to finally do whatever it takes to be successful and start making money in real estate. More specifically, this training is for you if you want to turn real estate into a real thing. Now, not just do a deal here or there, but do deals consistently so that you really have a huge impact on your life. In all of the years that I've been doing this, there are 2 major objectives that everyone I work with has. The first is financial freedom, and by that I mean earn a substantial income that allows you to quit your job, get out of debt, do nice things, travel, give to causes you believe in, take care of your aging parents, put your kids through college, or whatever it is that a high income will provide. Look, money doesn't buy happiness, that's true, but poverty doesn't buy anything, right? So what I specialize in is helping you earn 6 and even 7-figure income flipping houses, and how to go from wherever you are right now today, even if you haven't done your first deal yet, and get there in 12 months or less. And I'm going to show you how to do that on this training, so keep watching. The second objective people have with getting into house flipping is time freedom. It's not just about the money, at least for me and most of my students. It's about having the time to do the other things in life besides working that really matter. All the money in the world is meaningless if you don't have time. Time for your health, time for your relationships, time for your spirituality, time for your hobbies, time to serve other people. Time is really all we have. So what I specialize in is how to create systems and processes to flip houses consistently, where you can work from home or anywhere you want, and where you can do it without overworking. For me, my goal is to not ever work more than 30 hours a week on my businesses, and I have multiple businesses, and have complete flexibility with how and when I work those hours. So if what I'm saying resonates with you, then hang on for a life-changing training. Now, all of that sounds great, right? But easier said than done. Now, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people get into flipping real estate, but not very many achieve financial freedom and time freedom like I just described it. The reason is too many obstacles get in the way. Now, here are the 2 biggest obstacles that most people face. The first biggest obstacle is a lack of time to get started. Most people have a full-time job and they wonder, how can I juggle work and start flipping houses? Now, if that's a concern for you, I get it. I faced that same challenge when I got started too. and I'm going to show you how to overcome that. The second biggest obstacle is the lack of money to do deals. I mean, doesn't it require capital to do deals? People say, Jerry, don't I need cash and credit to fund deals? And I'm going to show you how we overcome that too. So if you feel like either of these two obstacles are holding you back, or really any other obstacles for that matter, keep watching. I'm going to show you how to overcome them. But for now, I just want to be a voice of encouragement for you. I want you to know that yes, you really can do this. I don't care if you tried it before and it didn't work. I want you to know that you really can achieve financial freedom and time freedom flipping houses, and you really can achieve the life of your dreams. But you have to know how to do it right, and I'm going to show you. Now, full transparency, I'm not going to be offering you a product or a home study course or anything like that. I've got tons of those programs. Many of you listening right now have one or more of my software tools or courses or books. What I am going to share with you is an opportunity for you to work directly and personally with me and actually partner with me on deals. That way, not only do you learn how to successfully flip houses, but you earn while you learn. Now, nothing is more effective than on-the-job training. Nothing is better than earning while you're learning. This high-level personal mentoring and partner program is called Fast Track. More on that later, but first, let's dive in. Throughout this training, I'm going to refer to this. This is my 6-figure profit system. It's a blueprint for flipping houses consistently every month and earning a 6-figure, even 7-figure income. And this is what's taken me 15 years and hundreds of deals to develop and perfect. Now, at first glance, it may seem overwhelming, but when you really understand it and you break it down, it's really not. We're also going to be spending some time on my deal acquisition perpetuator, which is my exact process for finding, analyzing, and offering for consistently getting deals. I'm also going to teach you my 5-3-2 plan, which is the 5 steps to consistently do high profit deals every month. I'm also going to show you the 3 ways to leverage technology to organize, automate, and streamline each area of the business, and the only 2 people you need to scale and grow a multi-million-dollar business. And for those of you who end up working with me where we partner on deals, I'll actually provide 100% of the capital to do deals. Now, like I said earlier, when we're done with this training today, I'm going to invite you to explore working together with me to help you consistently flip houses where you earn while you learn. In my experience, having helped my students flip over $100 million in real estate during the past 10 years, there are 3 things to having a winning formula for success. The first is you need a proven system. Why do people pay so much money to buy a successful franchise like McDonald's or Subway? It's because they have a proven business model or a system that works and will save you time and money. You see, when I got started 15 years ago, a system for flipping houses didn't exist. Sure, there was good information about how to do some aspects of the business, but not everything from start to finish. Now, I would learn things, but it always felt like I was missing something. To me, it felt like flipping houses was like this giant puzzle, and I had to go out and find one puzzle piece at a time. And after years of trial and error and making mistakes and learning the hard way, I finally was able to take everything I had learned after flipping hundreds of deals and put it all together in a step-by-step blueprint. Really what I'm talking about here is tools to help you find and flip deals and training for how to effectively use those tools. Now, the proven system I'm talking about is called Flipster, and it helps you organize, automate, and streamline all of the steps of flipping houses. Now, number 2 is a mentor. A mentor is someone who's done what you're trying to do. They can help you avoid pitfalls and overcome roadblocks. A mentor will hold you accountable and can make sure you're heading in the right direction, which is especially important in real estate so that you're staying current with market trends. You see, a proven system alone isn't enough. The right mentor can give you guidance and direction on how to take that proven system and implement it for maximum results and do it 10 times faster than if you tried to figure it all out on your own. My biggest regret looking back is that I didn't get a mentor sooner. Don't make that same mistake. Now, the third key factor for a winning formula for success, this is really the X factor. This is what puts it all into real world action and makes flipping houses come alive. And that's a partner. And when I say partner, I'm referring to a financial partner, someone who brings the capital to fund the deals. A financial partner has a vested interest in your success because the better you do, the better they do. And when you combine a proven system with a mentor and a partner, as long as you still do your part and do the work, you have a winning formula. This changes everything about what you need to do to be successful flipping houses. And I'll be honest with you, I would have given anything to have had these three things when I got started. You see, I grew up very poor in rural Michigan. My first job as an adult was a construction worker doing manual labor for an excavating company. My job was to climb down in the hole when the excavator was close to a utility line like a water main and hand dig with a shovel around it. It was backbreaking work. I would come home after long days so filthy and exhausted, and at the time I felt trapped. I was barely scraping by, living paycheck to paycheck. And I was married, I had a few young kids, and I worried every day about providing the kind of life they deserved. Then, like many of you, I decided real estate was my ticket out of the hole I was in, literally and figuratively. I started learning everything I could. It took a while and I made a lot of mistakes, and my biggest challenge during those first few years was being able to consistently do deals. I was working long hours, and sometimes I'd go long stretches with no deals. In fact, several times I almost quit, but I stuck with it and I focused not on doing a deal, but rather on building a business that does deals. I was tired of the roller coaster income, and after several years and a lot of trial and error, I finally developed a proven model for how to consistently flip houses the right way and have a steady deal flow and consistently high income while maintaining a great lifestyle and not overworking. Today, thanks to learning how to build and grow a successful real estate business and what I'm sharing with you today, my life is much different. I live in my dream house, I travel, I have nice things, and I live debt-free, and I pretty much don't have to worry about money. Since figuring out how to build this business, I've done hundreds of deals all over the country, and I specialize in wholesaling, fix and flip, flipping notes, and even luxury new construction. This is one of my recent projects that I just sold for over $1 million. And about 10 years ago is when people started asking me to show them how to do it. In fact, people started paying me to show them how to do it. That's when you know you're good. I couldn't believe it. Big real estate companies started to fly me out to do presentations and workshops and boot camps to teach them what I was doing. And over the years, I've been able to help so many people make money in real estate, and that's been very exciting and very rewarding for me. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, I want a business that's not only fun and exciting and rewarding and helps other people, but I want a business that continually makes more money while at the same time frees my time so that I can still be, do, have, and give all of the other things that are most important in my life. Now, I hope that's your goal too. In other words, a business that grows and makes more money without you being there. Now, for me, it's all about family. And as you can see here, I have a big family. We homeschool our kids, and I run my real estate business remotely, so we like to travel as a family. In fact, when we travel, the first question people ask us is, how many kids do we have? And the answer is 9. And the second question we get asked is if they're all from the same parents, and yes, they all have the same mommy and daddy. And the third question is if we plan on having any more. And the answer to that question is each of our kids are a gift from God, and we take them one at a time. So the verdict is out. In fact, a few years ago, I took my family on a full-time, 1-year cross-country RV trip. It was the most incredible experience of our lives. It was just us, no distractions. We made memories and we spent time together, and my kids will talk about that trip for the rest of their lives. What most people don't know is that I sold my 8,000 square foot house on 80 acres with my own private lake. I sold my boat, cars, and pretty much everything we owned. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with wanting stuff and having nice things. I'm all for having nice things. But for me, at this point in my life, I'm more interested in creating experiences and memories. But whatever your ideal lifestyle looks like, I can help you achieve that by helping you build a successful real estate business. And here's the cool thing. During that year in the RV, I hardly worked, and my real estate business made more money than any year previously. So when it comes to making money in real estate, there are dozens of different strategies, but really when it comes down to it, all of these strategies fall into 2 basic categories: passive income strategies and active income strategies. So what's the difference? The idea behind passive income is owning cash flowing assets like rental properties. The problem is that most passive income strategies like rentals is a long-term play. It takes a while to build up a portfolio of rentals before they produce enough cash flow to cover your expenses. The other challenge is most passive income strategies require upfront cash to invest in them, like down payments, etc. On the other hand, Active income strategies produce a lot of cash really quickly, and trust me, nothing beats having a padded bank account and having a lot of cash on hand. It solves a lot of problems, provides a great lifestyle, gives you options, and if you're wise with that money, you can reinvest into passive income producing assets later, like rentals. So I'm a big believer in focusing first on creating active income, and then later, or from the results of your active income, invest in passive income. So what is the best active income producing strategy in real estate? By far, without a doubt, it's flipping. Now, the financial blog Zero Hedge reported that house flipping profits have reached a 10-year high. In fact, flipping activity represented 7.2% of all home sales nationwide, which is up from 6.7% from this time last year. The Wall Street Journal reported that the gross profit per deal last year was almost $62,000. And even with mixed messages in the market right now, this year continues as a strong year for investors to profit on real estate. The trends are up, and there has never been a better time to do this business than right now. And my definition of flipping is turning a deal in 12 months or less. That includes wholesaling houses where you flip your contract immediately. It includes buying, fixing, and reselling houses called fix and flip. It includes wholesaling vacant lots, or buying a vacant lot and building a house and then reselling it. We call that new construction. And it includes flipping privately held notes. Now, I have advanced training programs and home study courses that you can purchase on all of these strategies. And those of you that end up working more closely with me, I'll give you access to all of that. Now, I'm not going to focus on how to do all of these strategies right now. The point is, all of these strategies fall under the flipping umbrella. And for simplicity, I'm going to just reference wholesaling houses and fix and flip during this training. When it comes to wholesaling and fix and flip, what are the pros and cons of each? Well, wholesaling is when you get a good deal and then you assign it or you flip your contract to another investor who's going to fix it and rent it or flip it. When you wholesale, you take a small piece of profit, but you have to leave enough meat on the bone for the next guy or girl. Now, the benefits of wholesaling are no funding is needed if you do it the way I teach. There's no rehabbing and there's no waiting. The trade-off is you make less. So it's this idea of less work for less profit. Fix and flip, on the other hand, requires funding for the purchase and repairs. It requires fixing up the property and waiting until you sell it later to make a profit. But your profits can be very substantial. So it's trading more work for more profit. And let me just illustrate with an example of a deal I'm working on right now. And I picked up this little off-market house in Oak Park, Michigan for $32,000. It needs $25,000 in repairs, and then will sell later for $110,000 once it's fixed up. Now, if I fix and flip it, I'm going to need $57,000 in funding for the purchase and for the repairs. I'm going to need to hire and manage contractors to rehab it, and then I'm going to need to market it for sale and wait until I get a buyer and close on the sale in order to make a profit, which from start to finish on this particular deal should take anywhere from 120 to 140 days. And if I hit those numbers, I should make a $42,000 profit on this one deal. So what would it look like if I wholesaled it? Well, I sent this deal to my cash buyer list and just got an offer to buy it for $55,000 cash. So since I have the deal for $32,000, that means if I wholesaled it to this cash buyer, I would make a $23,000 wholesale fee. So wholesale it or fix and flip it? Well, do I want $23,000 now without doing anything, or potentially $42,000 later? Let me ask you, which would you take? And sometimes that's a hard decision, and there really is no right or wrong answers. Here's how I decide. Remember how I said that we're building a lifestyle business, and the goal is to build a high profit business that also provides you time to do the other things in life that are more important than just working? Well, the filter I use when choosing between wholesaling or fix and flip is this. I ask myself right now, with what I have going on with other deals and in my personal life, what is the return on investment on this deal for the time, energy, and effort it's going to take to do the deal? If I have a lot going on, then I'll wholesale it. If not, I'll take it on, do the extra work, and go for the bigger profit later. Now, one of my students, Gary, who I'm currently working closely with, got this off-market deal, and he decided to just wholesale it for $20,000. Now, here's the best part. He did this deal using no money and made $20,000 without having to do anything. Now, I told Gary that was the easiest money he'd ever made in his life. Now, here's an example of a deal I just got that I decided not to wholesale. This is a deal in Pittsburgh that one of my Finder students brought to me. It's a great deal, and I have a cash buyer who would pay me $10,000 for it right now, but I decided not to wholesale it and instead to keep it, fix it up, and flip it. Here are my numbers. The ARV in this house is $300,000, the repairs are $75,000, and the buy price is $75,000, which means my projected profit after everything is $100,000, making this a grand slam deal. Now, if you're thinking, well, Jerry, I would love to do that deal. I would love to make $100,000, but I don't have the funding to do deals like that. Funding is actually one of the biggest challenges people have in this business. When it comes to funding fix and flip deals, there are two things I want to talk to you about. First is doing deals with 100% funding, or in other words, none of your own money in the deal. Did you know that right now, if you get a good deal, there are specialized lenders called asset lenders or hard money lenders that will give you 80 to 90% of the money for the deal, and they don't care about your credit. So the remaining balance of 10 to 20% that's needed, we get from private money investors. Now, these are just individuals that will lend you money for your real estate deals. By combining the two, you get up to 100% of the capital needed for your deals. The key is knowing where to find these people. And this has been an area that I've really focused on my own business and also with my elite mentoring students. And it's an area, whether you work with me or not, that you'll have to develop in order to be successful at this business. You have to be able to raise money for deals. But here's the challenge that all new flippers face when it comes to raising capital for deals. Private money investors won't lend money to flippers who don't have experience. And you can't get experience without money to do deals. Have you ever wondered which came first, the chicken or the egg? The same is true for fix and flip. Which comes first, the capital for deals or the experience doing deals? And this is where a financial partner is a game changer. It allows you to get started, do deals, gain experience while making money at the same time. I mean, think about that. Not only do you earn while you learn, but you get experience under your belt, which will enable you to eventually do deals on your own, and it'll allow you to show lenders that you have experience, which will then enable you to be able to raise 100% of the capital to fund your deals. And I'm going to show you how to partner with me on deals, so keep watching. I mean, guys, do you really realize the income potential flipping houses? I'm not sure you do. You can literally earn $1 million a year flipping houses. And I'm going to show you how. Who wants to see it? All right. If you want to create a big vision for yourself, then you're free to adapt this model for yourself too. All it takes to make $1 million a year in this business, all it takes, right? As if that's easy. But all it takes to make $1 million a year in this business is one home run fix and flip deal a month that makes $62,500 each, and 2 wholesale deals a month that make $10,500 each. So let's do the math. If you did 12 home run fix and flip deals in a year that make $62,500 profit each, that's $750,000 profit. And if you use an average of $10,500 per wholesale deal and you did 2 of those a month, that would be another $250,000 a year for a grand total of $1 million. And that's net profit. Here's a chart to illustrate this. Now, the question I have for you is this: how many deals do you want to do? If you think about it, doing 1 fix and flip deal a month and wholesaling 2 deals a month is not impossible. Sure, it requires work, no doubt about it, and I'm not saying it's easy, but even if you did half of that, or a quarter of that, or an eighth of that, you would have a great income, wouldn't you agree? And what's so cool about this is you don't need a big team to do it. You don't need any employees, and you can do it by yourself if you want to, or maybe a small team with a few key people. Now, if you want a big team, you can, but I personally like a small team, and I don't like all of the stress and headaches of dealing with employees. I actually do my entire business remotely, no offices, and no employees. Okay, so how do we do it? How do we consistently do deals every month and earn 6 and even 7 figures doing it? It all happens right here. This is the blueprint for how we do it. This is a flow chart of not only the organizational structure, but also the sequence of events to do the business from A to Z and the processes and tools of each function. This is designed to help you start wherever you're at right now, even if you haven't done your first deal, and have not just the framework for doing the business, but the training tools and support for each and every aspect of implementing, automating, managing, and ultimately scaling the business. Let me take a minute and give a brief overview. The box at the top is you. Your job is to be the orchestrator of the business. You focus on strategic tasks and you manage the people and systems below you that do the daily tactical tasks. On the left is the acquisitions department. Acquisitions is everything that happens to acquire a deal or get a deal under contract. Once a deal is under contract, it moves across the line to the right side, and the operations department is responsible for either wholesaling it or keeping it to fix and flip or build and flip. Now, each and every aspect of the business, from getting a lead to funding to closing and making a profit, is all detailed and outlined and carefully planned and managed. So let's first talk about acquisitions. Again, acquisitions is everything it takes to get a good deal. So what is the process that takes place in order to successfully get a good deal? Well, if you break it down, in order to get a deal, first you start with a lead. Then you need to analyze the lead to determine if it's a deal and at what price you need to get it for. And then you have to make an offer. And then after you do those three things is when you actually get a deal accepted. And what I've done is I developed a strategic process from getting a lead to analyzing it to making an offer to getting the deal accepted. I call it the Deal Acquisition Perpetuator, and I have software that finds the motivated seller leads and software that analyzes the deals and software that writes the offers. It's all done in a seamless process. Now, once you get that deal and it goes over to operations, you have to decide if you're going to wholesale it or fix and flip it. But here's the cool thing. Once your acquisitions department is functioning at full efficiency, you'll have more deals than you'll know what to do with. And at that point, you'll be able to cherry pick the very best deals for yourself to fix and flip and then wholesale all the rest. And just like with acquisitions, for operations, I have tools for tracking, managing, and streamlining the entire process, including building a cash buyer list, funding deals with 100% capital, managing rehabs, and marketing and selling properties. And even how to get the two most important people for your company, your acquisitions manager and your operations manager, including where to find them, how to train them, so that they do all of the heavy lifting, even how to compensate them so you only pay them when they find and flip deals. All right, so do you remember earlier when I told you that we could work together and even partner together on deals? So I want to share with you an exclusive opportunity to work and partner directly with me to launch and scale your very own house flipping business that earns you a consistent 6 and even 7-figure income. Now, we call it the Fast Track Partner Program. In order to be considered to be a partner, there are some specific assignments and activities that we're going to do together to get you ready to partner with me on deals. So to be considered as a partner, you need to go to that link you see on the screen there, and there may be a button also that you can see on your screen there. Click on that. It's going to take you to the application. You need to apply, and then my team will interview you to see if you qualify for a spot. All right, now let's move on. Let's talk about what I believe are the 3 success principles. These are the 3 things that anyone and everyone must do in order to consistently flip houses. Principle number 1 is to model what works, to follow a proven path. Now, you can try to figure it out on your own, or you can simply do what someone else has already done. I've been investing in real estate and flipping houses for a long time, both as an investor and helping other people reach the same level of success. I know what it takes to build this business, and I can help you. I've been in your shoes. I know what it feels like to be stuck or try to learn something new. I've made so many mistakes along the way, and I can help you avoid those same pitfalls. I also know nothing is more exciting than doing your first deal, but I also want you to know that my goal is not to help you just do your first deal, but help you do your 100th deal. This is Fast Tracker Rodney from Michigan. Here's the before and after of one of his recent fix and flip deals that he did. He said, got 2 offers the first day, 2 more later on, and 9 showings. I got my asking price of $115,000. My net profit on this deal was $40,000. Or like Fast Tracker Nancy, who got this fix and flip deal in Annapolis and made $45,000. She said, I would never have been able to do it without Jerry's Fast Track program. Now, Nancy was brand new. This was her first deal, so check this out. This was Nancy's second deal that made $85,000. Isn't that awesome? Or like Bobby Blaish from Lubbock, Texas, who said, thanks to Jerry's Fast Track program, I am now on track doing 3 to 4 deals a month. My most recent 2 deals I wholesaled for a total of $15,000 in profit. Now, success principle number 2 is you always want to take the simplest path from point A to point B. If your goal is to make 6 and 7 figures a year while not working your brains out, then what is the simplest way to get there? You can do it the hard way and try to figure everything out on your own, or I can help you. Most people who try to do it themselves overcomplicate everything and never even start. This is Fast Tracker Jay from Utah. He picked up this beauty recently for $90,000. His rehab was $35,000, and then he flipped it for $168,000. Here's what he said. We listed it for 2 days, had 20 plus showings, got 6 offers, and sold it for $9,000 over list price, and we made a $33,000 profit. Thanks, Jerry. Or like Fast Tracker Jeff, who wholesaled a deal for $4,200. And that may not sound like very much, but here's the cool part. His total time spent on the deal was less than an hour. Now, Jeff and I have a few deals that we're working on together right now. And what I love about Jeff is he's in his 70s. So don't tell me you're too old to do this. And success principle number 3 is to commit to learning everything you can about becoming a successful real estate investor and building a successful business. And most importantly, implementing what you learn. Commit to becoming the person that deserves the success you seek. Like Fast Tracker John, or as I like to call him, Big John. John was a contractor and everyone told him he couldn't do it, but he committed himself to do this business and now he's crushing it. He said, just made $90,000 flipping this deal, sending a big thanks to Jerry Norton. Guys, imagine making $90,000 on one deal. Here's a recent scorecard. Good month, 2 sold and closed, 2 to list next week, 5 in process, closing on 4 purchases and 2 offers pending. I'd say John is crushing it. John, you're welcome, and I'm so proud of you. Or like Fast Tracker Dave from Phoenix, he said, in the past year, I was able to do 42 deals. Thank you, Jerry, for helping me overcome my fears and succeeding at this business. Or like Fast Tracker TC from Pennsylvania, he's like a sponge. Since he started in my Fast Track program within just a few months, he's already done 5 deals, and he has several more in the pipeline. This deal here was his best flip so far. He said, Jerry's Fast Track program is hands down the best in the industry. I did my best flip yet and flipped this house for $479,000, and we made a whopping $119,000 profit. I would have never done it without Jerry, and I happened to be with TC on the day that he got his wire for his profit. It was an awesome day we celebrated together. Or like Fast Tracker Phil out in Las Vegas. Now, Phil just amazes me. In a little over 2 years, he's done over 100 deals. I love working with Phil because he focuses on his systems to build the business, which is why he's been able to do so many deals. Now, this was a really fun deal Phil recently did where he picked up this sweet deal for $175,000. He literally sent a cleaning person to the house and then resold it and made $58,000. Or like Jason Berlin. Now, working with Jason, I was able to help him earn $250,000 in his first year. Recently, he sent me this text that he just did his biggest wholesale deal and made $45,000 on one deal. Now, I could go on and on sharing success stories from my Fast Track students, but they are actually the exception. Most people are not successful in real estate. A lot of people who get into real estate never even do their first deal, and those that do don't ever learn how to do it consistently. Most are unable to quit the job they hate or travel or spend more time with their loved ones or have nice things. And the ones that are making decent money are working way too hard and they don't have freedom of time. Now, I know that's the reality, but I also know that you can do this. You can achieve financial and time freedom. You and I together, we can do this. I believe in you. If you stuck with me this far, then you know it's time to do something about this. It's time for you to finally do this, to get out there and have the success that you deserve. He up and moved to Arizona, and in a brand new market, he found this great deal for $350,000. His rehab was $50,000. His sale price was $525,000, and he made a net profit of $51,000. Or like Tom from Indiana, I was able to help Tom quit his 6-figure job and do real estate full time. Here's one of his deals where he made a $29,000 profit. Or like Doug and Melissa from El Paso, Texas. Now, Doug works for the military, and with his job, he's had to move a lot over the years. And him and Melissa want so badly to own their own business and not have to uproot their family and pull their kids out of schools and all of that. I was able to help them do this deal that made a $31,500 profit. Or like Ken, who just flipped this deal and made $18,000. Now look, I think you get the point. Remember in the beginning I said the winning formula to consistently do deals every month and earn a 6- and 7-figure income while at the same time not overworking and have time to live your dream life? Once you join the Fast Track program and as you build this business, you have the support of me and my team of coaches to help you be successful so that you can start doing deals every month, start earning a 6- and even 7-figure income, and do it while maintaining an amazing lifestyle and live the life of your dreams. And that's really what Fast Track is all about. This is Scotty Free from Alabama. Now, Scotty was a crane operator working 60 to 70 hours a week, and he wanted so badly to get out of the box, as he called it. He went through my Fast Track program and then immediately took action. Now, it didn't happen overnight, but this is Scotty's first check. He made almost $19,000. Now his second deal, he made over $30,000 on that deal, and that sealed the deal for Scotty. Maybe the first one was a fluke, which is what everyone told him, but this deal proved to himself, and it gave him the confidence to really put his heart and soul into this business. And this is his third deal. He made $20,000, and today we were talking, and Scotty quit his day job and is free from that box, and he's doing real estate full time. He has like 3 more closings coming up, and he's so excited. Now here's what I want to do. I want to just pause for a second, and I want you to clap for Scotty, and I want you to give him a big hoorah. And right now I want you to verbally say, Scotty, I may not know you, but I am so happy for your success. Do that right now. All right. You see, when you make room to be happy for someone else's success, you make room for your own success. And this brings me to the third thing that you have to have a winning formula for success, and that's to gain experience and earn as you learn, and that's by having a funding partner where I'll partner with you on deals. Now, obviously, it has to be a good deal, and when you apply to be a partner and you do your interview, we'll go over all of those details. But like I mentioned earlier, I only do this with my fast track partners because I only want to partner with people who have been fully trained by me and know my system. Let me take a minute and tell you about one of my favorite deals with my fast track student, Doug Kine from Seattle. Now, this was a house in Kent, Washington, near Seattle that Doug and I partnered on. Now, this was actually our second deal that we did together. It was a foreclosure, and this is what the kitchen looked like when we bought it. This is the after fixing it up picture of that same kitchen. Now, this was a pretty big rehab project. I coached Doug all along the way on what to do and how to do it, so he was gaining extremely valuable experience along the way. Now, look how beautiful this thing turned out. We staged this one, and here's the best part, the numbers. We bought this house for $293,000. We put $108,000 into the rehab, and then we sold it for $585,000. And after closing costs and carrying costs, we made a net profit of $101,000 that Doug and I split. Now that is what I call earn while you learn. How many deals like this would you need to do to drastically change your life? So my Fast Track program, combined with all 3 of these key elements, gives you the winning formula for success to consistently do deals every month, earn a 6- and 7-figure income, while at the same time not overworking and having the time to live your dream life. Of all the things I do, Fast Track is actually my favorite because I get to know you, I get to help you with your business, in your market. We'll hang out, we'll eat meals together, we'll roll up our sleeves, and you'll be able to get all of the training, mentoring, and support, and most importantly, do deals together. But due to the huge time commitment for me, Fast Track is limited to just 10 people. So if you think this is for you, I would apply right now and grab one of those first 10 spots before they're all gone. Just go to that link on the screen or click the button that you should see on your screen. Once you do, my team will contact you to discuss if Fast Track is the right fit. Remember, it doesn't matter about your experience. I don't care if you've never done a deal. What matters to me is if you're committed to the program. I want you to know that I've been where you are. I've struggled to make ends meet. I've been in a dead-end job that demanded all of my time and energy. I've had inconsistent roller coaster income. And now I have a successful and exciting real estate business. And that's why I've decided to do as much as I can to enlist you in this mission to help you get what you want. If you're serious about creating the life of your dreams, then apply right now to be a partner. Or click the button on your screen and my team will contact you to make sure it's a good fit for you and in order to get final acceptance into the Fast Track program. At that point, you'll be officially accepted in the program and we'll get started. Now we're about out of time, but I want you to know that this really is all about changing lives. This is my real passion. This is the reason why I do this. It's not about the money. It's about having the time and freedom to have, be, do, and give everything that's important in life. And that's what this is all about. My greatest reward is helping people just like Justin. He said, within 5 days of finishing Fast Track, I got 3 contracts. Just one of these deals has a $100,000 profit. I hope this inspires all who reads this, because if you truly believe in the model and you stick to it and you take the essential steps outlined by Jerry to get there, you will find success. Thanks again, Jerry. You're truly a gift from God, and words cannot express how you have inspired me. And just a side note here, this is a recent deal that Justin's working on. The ARV is $950, build is $460, buy it for $240,000. The profit is $155,000 on this one deal. And this is perhaps the greatest compliment I've ever received. Jerry Norton equals amazing, caring, honest, open, friendly, family-oriented, business-oriented, mentor, teacher, personable, hands-on, experienced, etc. Truly one of the good guys with a heart of gold. If you ever have the chance to work with Jerry, don't pass up on that opportunity. You won't find a better system and a coach as willing as he is to help you along the way. Be prepared to put in the effort because he can show you the way, but you need to make your own fuel to get wherever you're going. Thank you, Jerry, for all of your time and encouragement. And thank you, Gregory. Guys, we are out of time right now. Thank you for being here with me on here. I hope you are excited. I hope you are inspired. I hope you are motivated. If you want to be one of those 10, go to flippingmastery.com/yes. And I look forward to meeting you in person, partnering, and doing deals with you.